God. Oh wow, so much came off then. Damn. Anyway, hello, Diane, hold my calls, or some other kind of cute line. Welcome to another Douglas Fir Association Tulpa video. I'm going to film on the side of my kitchen that isn't a complete mess. And this is going to be a vlog of my return to the weird and wonderful world of Twin Peaks. So me and Matt are going to be watching the pilot tonight, and we'll have covered it already in like the main series, but this is his rewatch, although he hasn't finished watching all of it. I think he's only seen like the first season and half of the second season, so start from scratch. This will be my third run through of the show since I became a fan in 2017. And I've got my fireball, which if you watch the previous, don't even tell me, where is it? Oh, there it is. If you saw the previous Tulpa video from me, you'll see my quest to get the fireball whiskey was successful. So I have a fireball Coke in Twin Peaks tradition, and I of course have the cherry pie. I even got some whipped cream to go with this bad boy, so it's all a go. And I have my 4K disc of the pilot. It has the international version as well, which may as well go in the bin. But yeah, this 4K disc has part 8 of the return in 4K and the pilot in 4K. So it'll be my first time watching either of them really, but mainly of course to start with pilot. So that's it. I'm just going to get on with it, and then I'll just give some brief thoughts afterwards. These tulpas are meant to be very loose and free, lo-fi, no microphone, no lights, just me, unshaven, uneven, little chin strap here that's bugging me that it's uneven, and bad lighting, but very excited to get back to Twin Peaks, to Dale Cooper, to all the residents of that incredible town and world and universe. So let's do it. So the old Twin Peaks fireball thing for me started when I first watched the show, and for some reason I'd heard about fireball, and I thought that might be interesting with some Coke. So I ventured to a good old-fashioned liquor store in Norway, found myself an imported bottle of this, and very quickly fell in love with it. I never drink enough to get even tipsy. I just like a dash of it to give a kind of cinnamon kick. But just smelling fireball makes me think of Twin Peaks. It's like an olfactory memory at this point, you know, where you kind of smell something and it takes you right back to a certain point in your life where you know, the memory was made and the smell associated with it. Oh God, just taking a whiff, it really does take it right back. And I gotta be careful because it's quite a full bottle. That's probably enough. Yeah, maybe a tiny dash more. Oh, a bit too much. Well, there you go. So, my drink of choice is secured and liqueured. See, I thought this might be like a good angle, but it looks dog shit and the lighting's terrible. Oh well, you just have to live with it. So, the cherry pie, I'm not going to have all of it obviously, but this is something else that I've never really experienced before. I don't think. So it really was the world of Twin Peaks that got me onto the idea of it. Sounded great. I love cherry. I like cherry stuff. So like a big old slice of it there. That should be enough. Ah. That tastes good. I do remember I got one from Tesco and it wasn't that nice. But this, beautiful. A bit of whipped cream, which I just got. Fantastic. Definitely good for you too. Alright, let's do this. Please don't copyright me. Oh man, this takes me back. Take me back. I only got into the show in fucking 2017, but it's already nostalgic for me. Ugh, what a world we live in. I mean, just think about this. We all live in a point in human history where Twin Peaks exists. Just think about that and appreciate it, as I'm going to appreciate this cherry pie, Fireball Coke, and the pilot episode / feature-length movie that kicks off the story of Dale Cooper and Laura Palmer. Here we go. This, I'm telling you, we're just a little bit of that whipped cream. It's so good I want to cry. It's fucking beautiful. Oh, just that tiny bit of sugar frosting on it as well. Like, oh, the pastry, the cherry, the cream. You understand? Like, it's... I paused it because I want to actually miss anything from the episode, but the first taste on the Fireball Coke. Might need a bit more in there, but oh, there's the aftertaste. Yeah. Tastes like home. Home. Monsters mostly come out at night. At home, mostly. Oh, that is Twin Peaks. Fireball Coke and cherry pie. That is Twin Peaks. And enough of that. I'm getting so excited now about not even this tonight, but just getting back to this show in general. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Pardon my language. And my pale, pallid look. Anyway, on with the thing. I'll see you at the end.
Diane, 7:30 a.m., February 24th. Entering the town of Twin Peaks.
Yeah, buddy.
12 miles west of the state line.
This is it.
Never seen so many trees in my life.
Greatest character intro ever? I think so. Shit's about to go down. Where the man said rain.
You get paid that kind of money for being wrong 60% of the time.
It'd be working. Well, shit. There's no going back now. Man, that was a trip. That was really interesting. For a multitude of reasons. Especially that final scene, man, that goosebumps. Literally, oh man, yeah, okay. Awesome. What a night. I've loved this. Oh, Christ alive. That took way longer than it should have. And I look terrible. Yeah, I got a little zit on the lip, unshaven, eyes all blistered up, blustery. I don't know. My eyes are all puffy, puffed up with hay fever. And no, I think I'm not tipsy. I'm not, but I did have two sizable glasses of Fireball Coke, and it just again tasted like home. Anyway, I'm done. It's like gone 3 in the morning. I really let that drag out, but I enjoyed it. I got no qualms. I just loved getting back to that world again. It was just so good. Man, well, I mean, obviously, I will have at some point in the future, or at least before this comes out, have done the first episode of the Douglas Fir Association. If we even still keep calling it that, I don't know. It's just like the first like placeholder name. I ended up kind of liking it and thinking it was kind of funny and kind of bad, but kind of good at the same time. And obviously in this pilot episode, gotta find out what kind of trees these are. Douglas firs. Smell those Douglas firs. As I would have already talked about it and discussed the episode, but just for this video, this Tulpa video, God, there's just so much to talk about. It's so different now from expanded knowledge from. This is the first time watching the original series, having seen the return, so that changes things slightly. But not fully either. I think it still stands alone beyond that, but I just think that it adds more. And the whole Bob thing with the reflection of Frank Silver at the end, like that just gives me chills knowing the well worn out, story that everyone knows if you're a Twin Peaks fan, that the actor Frank Silver, who plays one of the signature villain characters of the show, Bob, he was like a set dresser, set decorator, worked, on Twin Peaks, the pilot. Lynch kind of thought there's something going on with this guy. I like the look of this guy here, and he's picturing things, and then they filmed the shot of, is it Sarah? I'm pretty sure Sarah Palmer, right? Grace Zabiskie. Sarah Palmer. When she sits up and she's like screaming, and the camera pans up, and you see the out of focus outline of Frank Silver, of Bob, and just how that's such an amazing like real life origin story of an iconic character, and then you have like the fact that mistake kind of ties in with the looming presence of Bob in that household, like just fucking. And there's just so much like I love like by the end of it there's like 17 different like double relationships going on there at the very end of the episode. It's like, oh, and by the way, the sheriff is seeing Josie. Oh, and by the way, Catherine Martell and Benjamin Horn, like it's just like there's so many different like people screwing each other over romantically and screwing each other, literally. So, 4K, it looked great to me, but I think that the Blu-rays look fantastic anyway. So, when you have like a base 4K restoration and the Blu-rays are encoded really well, they look phenomenal. So for me, the 4K disc is clearly just, what's already on the Blu-ray, but it's in full 4K, so that it wasn't a huge leap up from the Blu-rays. But obviously it's nice to know that it's 4K, I guess, but I don't think there's HDR on the disc, and I did have a sneak at Part 8 of The Return, and that moment, I had to just watch that in its entirety with the lights off, and it was like, I wish we could have the whole of The Return in 4K. Anyway, that's another story for another time. Me and Matt have been voice messaging back and forth, and we've both really enjoyed doing the experience together. And I think, I'm amped up about just revisiting the show in general now. I'm like almost bouncing off the walls excited about it, even though I'm very tired at this moment in time. But it is an added element when you're doing it with a friend like this. And so, that's fun, you know. And we're not going to do this every night, watching the same episode at the same time. But you know, it's a good start, and I really enjoyed this. So onwards and upwards with the Douglas Fir Association. I hope that it does go well. We managed to keep on track with this, because I'm really looking forward to doing it. But even if the bottom dropped out and this series didn't end up happening, and I didn't even think of watching episode 2 or episode 1, however you want to kind of, you know, square it away, just this experience of revisiting Twin Peaks alone was brilliant, you know, with the fireball, with the cherry pie. I mean, just I could have eaten that whole cherry pie. I didn't, but I could have. I went back for seconds, but you know, even I have limits. So that'll be it for now. That was my vlog, my movie vlog, because it's kind of a little 90-minute. It packs in so much. Like it's such a beautifully shot. There's some great cinematography. And then you got like Julie Cruz singing "Falling Nightingale." Like it's just a revolving door of Twin Peaks iconography, visually, orally, and like it's at the beginning of everything. And it's, you know, for a world that I love so much. It's good shit, man. Truman, you're all right. So many funny lines in this one as well. I'm not gonna get into it. Because like I would literally sit here all day and talk about this fucking thing. So from me to you, for now, for next time and this time only. Well, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'll leave it in for free. Thanks for watching. I'll see you at another time in another video. It's not the tipsiness. I'm just really tired. And this doesn't feel like a normal video either. So yeah, how can I sign off? One line I loved is when Cooper, sorry, I can't stop filming. When Cooper and Truman are at like the kind of town hall meeting, and he's kind of getting a lay of the land of all these characters. Like, who's the lady with the log? We call her the log lady. Of course. And then he's going through the whole Packard family history and all the Josie and everyone, and there's the sister Catherine Martell down there. And Truman just calls her the original deep freeze. Which I thought was great. And then Cooper's like, who's the glad-handing dandy? Just a great way to describe Benjamin Horne, the glad-handing dandy. And with that, I will definitely end it. Goodbye.